Happy New Year. We do not need to wait for a date. We don't need to wait for a brilliant New Year's it's a number change. That should make no difference on what we are doing every single day towards our goals, towards our ambitions, towards everything. We don't need a day to signify that. As my great mentor, Richard Dolan would say, money, wealth, and worth. Because if you can get right with your money, then you start to understand what the meaning of wealth is, preserving it, creating the legacy. But if you start to understand that, it then becomes the worth. The world has changed. So how are we positioning ourselves correctly to making sure that regardless of what generation you're born in, regardless of how you were grown up and brought up, you still have a competitive edge. You're still ahead of the game. You still have the tactics and the tools in your tool belt. Money is just a tool, and we have to treat it like that. The minute that we start to focus on it too much and we lose course of what our purposes and our direction is, and we focus on just making money, we lose ourselves. It would take me about 18 to 24 months to buy a piece of land, to get permits, to get construction put on there. That building gets sold for $3.5 million if I want to sell. $1 million profit margin in there. If I decide to keep the building, I'm making a 6 to 8% annual. But what's interesting about this now is that I can do that same amount of effort, time, dedication, being able to then switch over to a laptop now that I can now in online digital things that have been created now presently start generating 10% a month. Making money is about learning how to raise it and how to invest it. That's the whole game, guys. That's what allowed me to be able to scale my portfolio to the 7-figure mark. My grandpa was born in India. He was a farmer. All he could understand in his mind was survival. Then it switched over to somebody like my dad. Now, my dad moved from India to Canada, was able to immigrate to a brand new country and have that opportunity, which was incredible. But what did he do now? Working class. What am I chasing now? What is my generation? What is this generation right now that we are living in going for? It's not survival anymore. It's not the standard of living. What it truly is now is the quality of life. Adapting and adopting some of the things that are happening in this world doesn't mean that you got to go recreate the wheels. There's ways to position that. Like I like to say, when you organize finance, 3 B's. The first thing is your bank balance. The second B, you need to become the bank. You need to become your own bank. And the last one, buy some crypto. But how are you organizing to know who your power players are that with one connection can change the trajectory? You got to know how much you're willing to lose and how much you're willing to risk. And if you have that clear, you can organize your time. You can then organize your finances and then ultimately organize those opportunities. It's going to allow you to succeed in different ways. I want to be able to get you all to at the level where 10,000, 100,000, $1 million is like, Jay, what's the opportunity? Because these calls are also evolving. That's coming out where all we do is talk about deals. That's it. We're just going to talk about deals, nothing else. And of course, being able to actually scale your business with innovative ideas and collaboration partners where you don't actually have to do some of the legwork.
Embrace the uncomfortable, because a man can truly find himself when he does things outside the comfort zone. And I think that's where you can find your voice, by stepping out into the unknown, getting uncomfortable, because comfort's the enemy of progress. Don't get comfortable.
Just challenge yourself. Challenge yourself simply.
I did the work, but I would not have been able to do it without you. This is something completely out of the normal for anyone like me. And just having you along the way every week really helped me out. I don't know where I would be without you. Just wanted to thank y'all.
I had a $5 million valuation, but it took 177 days, over 2,456 straight hours of not making a single dollar and just being delusional. If you want to blame if you want to make yourself feel better, blame other people. But if you want to, actually improve, then blame yourself. And so I kind of had to be like, tomorrow's not guaranteed. Why are you planning for, your future self when the only person that matters is the person right now?
Next week, I'm going to be bringing in somebody that has made a significant impact over the last 10 years. And he is a man that knows a lot about what it comes to money, wealth, and worth, because he quotes it specifically. I want to leave you guys with a question. When it comes to the word wealth, what does wealth truly mean to you? Thank you all for being here. I cannot wait to see you next week on the Lion's Den, 8 p.m. EST.